Good morning, everyone, especially to our grade 7 learners. Before we start our lesson for today, please take a moment to relax your mind and humble your heart to focus on our God Almighty. Dear Lord and Father of all, thank you for today. Thank you for ways in which you provide for us all. For your protection and love, we thank you. Help us to focus our hearts and minds now on what we are about to learn. Inspire us by your Holy Spirit as we listen and write. Guide us by your eternal light as we discover more about the world around us. We ask all this in the name of Jesus. Amen. Okay, so my dear learners, welcome to our English class for quarter 2, week 1. So let us make today a day full of fun and excitement as we go on the lesson. I am Teacher Sheila, your learning buddy from Francisco P. Felix Memorial National High School. And today, let's focus on listening strategies. The most essential learning competency for quarter 2, week 1 is using listening strategies based on purpose, familiarity with the topic, and level of difficulty of short text listened to. And at the end of the lesson, I want you to identify the 2 categories of listening strategy. Second, appreciate the importance of listening by analyzing short text listened to. And the third, apply the 2 types of listening strategy by understanding what is listened to and examine listening text. Okay, so before we move on, let me ask you, do you want to have a game? Answer me, do you want to have a game? Please type in your chat box. Okay, I think it's delayed. Okay, now, of course, I know all of you love having a game. So, are you familiar with word search? Okay, so they say yes, yes. Okay, they are fond of this. Okay, now, in the grid, you are going to locate the following hidden words. Okay, so we have listening, hearing, strategies, bottom up, and top down. Now, these hidden words may be found in any direction. Just make an imaginary line, okay? So what you're going to do here is you just type yes in the chat box if you have found the words right. Now, take note, you are only given 30 seconds to answer. Ready? Let's begin. Okay, so my dear learners, time is up. Let's find out how fast you are in locating those hidden words. Okay, so here are the answers. Okay, so did you find it right? Wow, according to Francine, yes. Chanel, yes. Okay, yes. 4, Anne, Sabrine, very good. The same thing with Nathan. Wow, very good. Now, how about this? This one, hearing. Okay, yes. Okay, listening is in the diagonal. Okay, yes, correct. Wow, something with John Ray. Okay, so Johnny says yes. Okay, very good. So all of you got the correct answer. Now, how about this one? Have you found it? K for Andrade, J, Ariane, yes. Okay, to Rowena, say yes. Very good. You're so fast in locating those words. Okay, how about this word? Bottom up. Have you found it? Okay, again to Rowena, say yes. Very good. And then Drake. Okay, Israel. Okay, Shane. Wow. That's great, my dear learners. And the last one, how about top down? Have you found it? Okay, according to Ryzen, Bebs, okay, yes, yes. Okay, okay, from Marcella, say yes. Okay, very good. Okay, well done, my dear learners. Okay, so I know all of you, okay, are fun with this game. Now, actually, these words have something to do with our lesson for today. Now, listening, like many of our experiences, is one area that has been taken for granted. Many of us tend to look at it as a passive skill, even though 45% of the time adults spend in communication is devoted to listening, 30% to speaking, okay? And then we also have 16% to reading and 9% to writing. And this is according to Burley Allen, 1995. Okay, now listening is a complex operation integrating the distinct components of perception and linguistic knowledge. It is not a passive skill, but an active process of constructing a message from a stream of sounds using what one knows of the phonological, semantic, and syntactic potentialities of language. Take note, my dear learners, that listening is one of the most essential skills we use in our day-to-day communication. It is also one of the essential ingredients of a wide range of work activities such as listening to problems, gathering information, dealing with inquiries, attending meetings, establishing needs, and so on. Some say that hearing and listening are the same. Do you agree with this? Okay, will you please type yes or no in your chat box whether you agree that hearing and listening are the same? Wow. According to Tyra, what's your answer, Tyra? To Joseph, say, okay, he says yes. How about the others? Do you agree that hearing and listening are the same? Okay, to John Ray, okay, he says yes. Okay, mostly all of them say yes. Okay, to find it out, let's differentiate between hearing and listening. Hearing is the receiving sound waves and vibrations through ears. It is one of the five senses, and it just happens all the time, whether you like it or not, unless you have a hearing problem. Hearing simply happens. It is a sense where you use your ears only. It is one of the five senses. It is an involuntary act where you simply receive vibrations through your ears. While listening means hearing and listening, okay, hearing and understanding rather what you've heard. It requires concentration so that your brain processes meaning from words and sentences. So listening leads to learning. Take note that, my dear learners. And it uses different senses like the sense of hearing, seeing, or sense of touch. It is also a skill that lets the sound you hear go through your brain to process the meaning of it. Although hearing and listening both involve the use of ears, they are different. Okay, my dear learners, take note, hearing and listening, okay, are different. Always remember that hearing is through the ears, but listening is through the mind. Therefore, hearing is not listening, and listening is not hearing. Now, while listening is a usual skill that we often use as individuals, there are times when we need to use techniques or activities that will help us listen more effectively and focus on the main objective of a specific listening task. And these techniques, which contribute directly to the comprehension and recall of the listening input, are called listening strategies. Now, there are numerous listening strategies one may use or employ. Okay, but they may depend on the following factors, like the topic, the type of listening material to be used, and also the purpose of listening. When listening based on purpose, familiarity with the topic, and the level of difficulty, one may employ strategies that can be classified by the way the listener processes the input. Experts categorize these strategies as top-down and bottom-up. Now, my dear learners, before I will discuss these two strategies, let me give you first an activity. Okay, I just want to test your background knowledge about this. Okay, so are you now ready? Okay, let's begin. So we have here the directions. Just tell whether each of the following skills is categorized as top-down or bottom-up. Okay, so all you have to do, just write your answer or type your answer in the chat box. Okay, so my dear learners, let's start with number 1. Okay, will you please tell me whether this skill is a top-down or bottom-up? We have taking down notes. What's your answer here? Come on, my dear learners, type your answer in the chat box. So, Chris says it's top-down, and then Daniela, top-down. For Tintin, what's your answer? Okay, for JRL, top-down. Okay, so let's find out whether your answers are correct. Wow, you got it. Very good. Okay, how about listening for specific details? What's your answer for number 2? Come on, my dear learners, don't be shy. Just type your answer in the chat box. For number 2, okay, again, top down for Raven. Okay, Joseph says, Ashley, top down. Okay, some more. And okay, I saw one bottom up for Drake. Okay, let's find it out. This is bottom up. It's okay, my dear learners. Now, how about number 3, identifying the speaker? What's your answer here for number 3? Come on. You have to identify the speaker. Again, we have for number 3. We are now on number 3, my dear learners. Bottom up for Kurt, for Princess, bottom up. Okay. Now, how about number 3? Come on. I want all of you to participate, my dear learners. Okay, bottom up. Okay, let's find out whether your answers are correct. It's a top down. Okay, so it's okay. We come to summarizing. Okay, for summarizing, what's your answer here? We are now on number 4, my dear learners. For number 4, okay, number 4, what are your answers? So they are still on number 3. So I think it's delayed in the FB. Okay, come on. Your answer for summarizing. Okay, we have top down. Okay, according to Lawrence, let's check whether his answer is correct. You got it. That's great, Lauren. Okay, how about for drawing inferences? For drawing inferences, is it top down or bottom up? Okay, anyone? Top down. Okay, top down. Yes. Okay, they are still in number 4. And then how about the others? Okay, top down for John Lauren again. So let's find out. Very good, Lauren. Okay, so we move on to number 6. How about recognizing cognates? Okay, in number 6, what's your answer here? Hi, Ma'am Coleman. Okay, so some of you, according to Dave, he says top down. Okay, they are saying they do not know. Just guess, my dear. Rowena says top down. Okay, Santiago says bottom up. Okay, let's find out. The answer is bottom up. So Santiago got the correct answer. And for recognizing division between words, what's the answer? We are now on number 7, my dear learners. Okay, number 7, what is your answer? So I saw one there, bottom up, bottom up. For Rowena, okay, you're very active, bottom up. Okay, but Jensen says top down. Let's check. This is bottom up. Okay. Now we come to number 8 for listening for the main idea. Is this top down or bottom up? In number 8, we are now on number 8. Come on, my dear learners. Okay, bottom up. What else? Top down. Okay, for Rowena. You're very active, Rowena. Very good. We have bottom up. And then Justin, top down. Okay, let's check. Okay, Justin got the correct answer. Very good. Okay, for number 9, recognizing word order patterns. What's your answer here for number 9? Recognizing word order patterns. The answer here, wow. So here, Benson, okay, we have top down, bottom up. Okay, so let's check. Come on, for number 9, recognizing word order patterns. Okay, their answers are delayed. Okay, so anyway, the answer here is bottom up. Okay, now, okay, Jasly got the correct answer. And for number 10, we have making predictions. Okay, come on, my dear learners, for number 10. Okay, Dave says top down. Okay, then how about Airhope? Top down also. Okay, others are still in number 9, but we are now in number 10. It's okay. Joseph says top down. Let's check something with Kathleen. Okay, the answer is top down. Okay, so may I know those who got the perfect score? Did you get the perfect score, my dear learners? Okay, say yes or no. Okay, just type in your chat box whether you got the perfect score. But if you did not, just type no. Okay, so anyway, some of you were not able to get the perfect score since I haven't discussed it. Okay, so this time let's compare between top down and bottom up. Okay, we start from top-down listening strategy. So here it's a listener-based strategy. Okay, it focuses here on the big picture and the general meaning of the listening text. Take note that listener uses background knowledge to make sense of what he or she is listening to. Now, when we talk about background knowledge, it activates a set of expectations that help the listener to interpret what is heard and anticipate what will come next. Okay, another and top down, the listener knows a fair amount of information about the topic. And it relates a story or information into a previously established schema or prior knowledge. In other words, okay, in top-down listening strategy, it focuses on the big picture and the general meaning of the listening text. You need concentration. Okay? So I will give you some examples of top down. So we start from listening for the main idea. Okay, when I say the skill main idea, listening for the main idea, that is to get the most important point the speaker is trying to say. But of course, before you get the most important point of the speaker, okay, you have to listen carefully and you need concentration. Okay, now for making predictions, this is guessing what you are going to hear. Of course, again, before you guess, again, you need a big picture. You need comprehension. You need, okay, you need to grasp your idea. Okay, now for drawing inferences, this is to detect and think about clues you learned and make connections and then conclude the text meaning and purpose. So you are making connection before you make conclusion to the text meaning and purpose. Okay, so again, it needs concentration and comprehension. Okay, for number 4, for summarizing, this is giving the gist or short text you made after listening. So before you could give the summary, okay, of what you have listened, you need again understanding and what? Okay, concentration. Okay. Now, another example. So actually, this is just a scenario. Okay. Your best friend tells you how great her trip to the beach was, and you predict what she is about to say using your background knowledge. Take note, you are predicting and you are using your background knowledge. So this is a top-down. Understood? Okay. Now let's proceed to the second strategy. And this is bottom-up. So this is a text-based strategy. So we are referring to the listening text. Okay. And then you as the listener attempts to make sense of the language sound by sound or word by word. All you have to do is you just get the most important word here. Okay, so you just focus only, okay, whether you are getting the correct sound or the correct word and so on. Okay, so this is also less use of background knowledge. No need for you, okay, to use your background knowledge. Okay, and you as a listener relies on the language and the message that creates the meaning. Let's say, for example, we have the sounds, the words, and grammar. So those are only the things we need to concentrate. Now, in short, okay, listening carefully to a specific details is the key to this type of strategy. Okay, so I'll give you some examples for bottom up. Okay, take note these skills. When I say listening for specific details, okay, specific. So you are listening just to get the specific or a particular information. Okay, so that's a bottom up. And then recognizing word order patterns. This is the so-called syntax. Okay, when I say syntax, okay, that is the arrangement of words and phrases just to create a well-formed sentences in a language. And then recognizing word sounds. This is also called phonology. Okay, it's the sound structure. We focus only for the sound structure and understanding that spoken words that enumerate up sounds. And the last is recognizing cognates. This is sharing similar meaning, spelling, and pronunciation of two languages. So if your focus is only for the meaning, spelling, and the pronunciation, that's under recognizing cognates. And that is an example of bottom up. Okay, I will give you a situation. Okay, so you work as a receptionist in a hotel and a guest wants to make a reservation. You listen attentively to every piece of information, such as the name, credit card number, phone number, and a day of arrival. Okay, take note, you focus only on those pieces of information, the name, credit card number, phone number, and a day of arrival. So this is an example of bottom up. Okay. Now, this time, I want you to answer another activity. So all you have to do is to examine and identify whether each of the following scenarios is a top-down or bottom-up listening strategy. So again, your answer will be top-down or bottom-up. So type your answers in the chat box. Okay, so we start for number 1. While having your recess, your classmate tells you a story about a recent vacation, which was an exciting one. You attentively listen and give reactions at appropriate moments, perhaps to show that you can relate what is being told. Okay, so what's your answer for number 1? Come on, please type your answer in number 1. Okay, Siri says top down and Alexa bottom up. Okay, they have different answers. Okay, another, come on, please. Okay, we also have Jensen bottom up. Okay, let's find out. Okay, whose answer is correct? And Yusef, top down. Okay, the answer is very good, Yusef. It's top down. Now, how you listen to the vacation story could be characterized as a top-down, since you made use of background knowledge in understanding the message. Okay, now how about this for number 2? Okay, so we are now on number 2, my dear learners. Okay, that same day, a friend calls to invite you to a celebration at his or her house the following weekend. Okay, as you have never been to his or her house before, she gives you directions. You listen carefully and pay attention to these specific details. Take note, specific details. Okay, what's your answer here for number 2? Please type your answer in the chat box. Okay, yes, says bottom up for Siri. Okay, another, okay. Okay, so Joseph, again, bottom up, but John Ray says top down. Okay, top down for JRL. Okay, let's find out whose answer is correct. The answer is Bottom up. Okay. For those who got the correct answer, very good. Okay. Now, the way you listen to the directions in going to a friend's place and other specific details, comprehension is achieved by dividing and decoding the words and the sound signals bit by bit. Okay. So, did you understand, my dear learners? Okay. For further understanding, okay, let's sum it up. Okay. So let's differentiate top down and bottom up. Okay, come on, my dear learners. Okay, we will get their similarities, the same thing with their differences. Okay, I just want to find out whether you are listening or not. Okay, so what do you think are the similarities of the two strategies? Okay, do you want? Please write your answer in the chat box. Do you have any idea on what are the similarities of these two strategies? Okay, they are still under, okay, yes. Okay, so what are the similarities of the two? Anybody? Okay, so I will give you one. Okay, of course, they are both listening strategies, right? It's common sense. Okay, now how about another similarity? Will you please write? Don't be shy, my dear learners. Okay, what? Okay, can you please type your answer? Other similarities of top down and bottom up? Okay, yes, that's correct. Okay, to Jerel, he says, okay, they are both listening strategies. Okay, big picture and general meaning, yes. Okay, and then what else? Okay, both is all made of words. Okay, yes. So we have the second. Okay, these are the ways in which the listener process the listening text. Okay, let's proceed to the differences. Okay, what's the difference? First difference between top down and bottom up. Will you please type your answer? Okay. It has both up or top. Okay. Okay, top down, you're hearing, and bottom up, you're just only listening. Okay, intensive. Okay, so we have here. Okay, so your answers, yes. So you have different ideas. Okay, so let's find it out. Okay, so for top down, as I've said a while ago, that this is a listener based. Okay, you need background knowledge, and you need to relate a story, or information into a previously established schema or prior knowledge. Okay, yes. Okay, yes, they are both listening strategies, my dear. Okay, we come to bottom up. How about bottom up? If top down is a listener based, how about bottom up? Okay, yes, you are correct. Top down uses background knowledge. Very good. Okay, so we have here for bottom up rather. Okay, so bottom up, it's a text based. Less use of background knowledge. And you rely only on the language, the message that creates the meaning. Okay, so here, top-down approaches goes, and what's this? Okay, so fast. Okay, yes. Anyway, I know you have the idea. Okay, so do you have any question, my dear learners? Do you have any question? Will you please type yes if you understood the lesson? And if it's no, please type no. Come on. Oh, Dea. Okay, so don't you worry, my dear. Okay, let's have a remedial for that, if ever. Okay, so Others, okay, say yes, yes, they understood. Very good. Okay. So if you have no question, okay, I want you to answer the next activity. Okay. So I have here another activity. Okay, for directions, examine and identify whether a top-down or bottom-up listening strategy is being shown or applied in each scenario. Again, your answer will be top-down or bottom-up. So you need to understand the situation. Okay, so we start from number 1. Okay. I'm going to read the situation. Okay. Now, Mr. Cruz, your English teacher, asked you to read some information about a certain topic. Then he instructed you to listen to a recorded material to find out whether or not the same points are mentioned. Okay. So what's your answer here? Is this top down or bottom up? Okay, so we have here Alexa says top down. How about the others? Come on, top down for John Lauren. City, top down. Okay, let's check whether your answer is correct. Something with Christine, Ryan, top down. Okay. Wow, very good. Fantastic, my dear learners. You got it right. Okay, so let's proceed to the second. Okay. So a friend tries to explain how you can go on a trip to Palawan for the first time. You make sure you do not miss out any important details and instructions about the trip. Okay, what is your answer here? What particular listening strategy you are going to use in this situation? We are now on number 2. What's your answer? Okay. So their answers are delayed. Number 2, bottom up. Yes, for Alexa and Siri. But Princess, top down. Kian, bottom up, bottom up. Okay. Majority's answer is bottom up. Let's check. Yes, fantastic, my dear learners. Very good again. You got it right. Okay, let's proceed to number 3. In one of your classes, your teacher asks you to listen to a pre-recorded conversation and identify where the conversation took place. Okay, you only identify where the conversation took place. So what's this? Is this bottom up or top down? Come on, we are now on number 3. Okay, bottom up, but we also have top down, bottom up. For Vladimir, bottom up. Kian, okay. Edward, bottom up. Okay, let's check. Yes, you got it right again. Fantastic, my dear learners. Okay, so let's proceed to number 4. Okay, so here's the situation. Your mother gave you a call and you were asked to buy some items at the grocery store. Since you were not familiar with the items she cited, you made sure to remember the specific details she mentioned. Again, specific details she mentioned. What's the answer for number 4? There are late answers here. We are now on number 4, my dear learners. So, for Vladimir, bottom up. Josmar, Tintin, bottom up. What else? How about the others? Okay, Client Kevin, bottom up. Let's check. Okay, something with Alexa and Silva. Okay, their answer. Okay, are their answers correct? Okay, fantastic. Okay, very good. Bottom up is the answer. Okay, we come to number 5. Okay, while listening to a lecture, you saw one of your classmates taking down important notes. This classmate of yours also made a word map to connect those words and phrases that she listed. What do you think is the answer here? Okay, for number 5, what's the answer here? Come on. We are now on number 5. Okay, top down for Alexa. Yes, Ma'am Nelia, good morning. Shout out to you. And then Edward, bottom up. Denise, top down. What else? Okay, Rain, bottom up. So John Lauren, top down. Okay, Sliva Grace, top down. But Mika says it's bottom up. Okay, so they have different answers. But majority of their answers, okay, are top down. Let's check. This is great. Okay. So well done, my dear learners. Very good. Okay. So, my dear learners, it is important to know that there are times when a certain listener may have to combine these two strategies, the top-down and bottom-up, to fully understand and make sense of what is listened to. Remember, listening is the key to effective communication. Without the ability to listen effectively, messages are easily misunderstood. So, what are you waiting for? Spend some time now in developing your listening skills. Okay, these are the building blocks of success. Okay, so my dear learners, I do hope that you enjoyed and had fun with our lesson for today. Thank you for watching. Okay, so see you again on my next live video. God bless us all.